My name is Laura Way-Olenek. I am the Executive Vice President for the RMS Group of Companies located in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. The RMS Group of Companies is a little bit diverse. As we are real estate developers, we have a construction company, and then we're also a licensed property management brokerage. So effectively, we can do everything from taking a piece of land, developing it, subdividing it, putting in, sewer and water services, building on it, and then turning it over for substantial completion, and then managing it as a long-term asset. Well, I was really fortunate because it's actually a family-owned business. So I started out in hospitality much before I went into commercial real estate. I ended up realizing that I think there was more, and I didn't really realize at the time that commercial real estate was very parallel to some service industries. I watched my dad do it a majority of my life, and watched him own assets and do renovations and flip, different sorts of multifamily properties. Yeah, that's kind of how I got started. It was the ability to have so much flexibility under one umbrella and learn so many things. So commercial real estate has a whole bunch of different things underneath it. It's like this big umbrella. So I touch finance, I touch mortgages, I touch construction, architecture, engineering, electrical, mechanical, property management, rent collections, just an absolute huge menagerie of things, which is why I really like the industry, because it is really unique and not every day is the same. When you look at the world, right, whether you look at the chairs or the carpet or the buildings or the ocean or the boats or, the vehicles or your schools, all of those things came from the land and somebody built them and put them there. Having problem-solving skills is absolutely critical in my industry, and I really like to have to think on the fly. You got to think really fast. So if you really like numbers, you can go and talk to your bank manager and ask them about how an interest rate works, or how to open a bank account, or how to reconcile a bank account, meaning being able to track your money, right? The fundamental concept of tracking money is so critical in life because it affects everything that you do. So really having a good idea of money coming in or money that you earn means that at some point in time that money is going to go away from you and you're going to trade it for something. So you're going to trade it for a toy, or you're going to trade it for books, or you're going to trade it for something, but that's called income in versus expense out. So that's really a fundamental basis that you could apply to a really big part of what we do in commercial real estate, is it's managing income versus expenses. Building is an absolutely critical part of commercial real estate, because you wouldn't have the construction industry without commercial real estate. You wouldn't have real estate, right? They're very hand in hand. So when we look at a building, we try to decipher what is best for the environment that it's in, the location it's in, what it's serving, so what industry is it going to help support, and what is the best way to build it. Start looking at what those buildings and what shapes they look like. What do you think they look like on the inside of the walls, right? Is there wood in there? What's the carpet made of? How did they make the building so tall? Did they use steel? Do you see concrete? Do you see different kinds of textures? All those things encompass commercial real estate. Ask questions. That's the best piece of advice I could give anybody, is if you really fundamentally see something and you don't understand, or you're curious, ask a question. When I started out 17 years ago, I started in construction. So yeah, at that point in time, it was very much a male-driven industry. Just in the past, 10 to 12 years, I think there's been a huge shift in construction, and even in real estate in general. Real estate was a largely male-dominated world. It's very interesting to see now how my daughter's friends at 9 years old are saying, oh, you know what, maybe I want to be an electrician like my dad. Yeah, be an electrician like your dad. Or, you know what, my mom is an interior designer, but I'd like to design a building. Okay, well, let's go do that. Let's figure it out.